Hey guys, Friday the 5th, Friday, ready for the weekend. Today's devotion is still being done in our prayer garden. We're talking about that one thing that we may be lacking. Jesus spoke to the rich young ruler, and although he had everything that he possibly wanted and everything that opened and closed, he had all of the toys, Jesus said, there's one thing you lack. Sell all you have, come and love me and follow me. Now, the second aspect of what 1 Corinthians talks about in the practical nature of what love is, it first of all said that love is patient. It endures suffering. It endures because it has a goal beyond the suffering. That's what keeps patience alive. That's what causes us to endure. And then it goes on to say, love is kind. When I get big, I just want to be kind. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be famous. I just want to be kind. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if that was something we were able to say of our children, of our kids today, saying about us, leaving a legacy of kindness. I've done some funerals recently, and done a whole bunch of funerals recently. We've really been hit. But it's just beautiful to hear children stand up and talk about the kindness of their dad or their mom. He was a kind man. She was a kind woman. That says so much, because love is, second of all, kind. Now the Bible is full of praise for kind people. Proverbs 19 verse 17 says this: he who is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward him. He who is kind to the poor is pleasing to God. Now, he lends to the Lord. Now, God takes kindness very, very seriously. Now, at different stages of our lives, we're impressed by different things. I remember at school, I was impressed by strength. And there were a couple of guys in my rugby team who I thought, man, these guys are like so strong. And they impressed me, and I loved to watch them work it out and thinking, man, imagine being that strong. And it was the strength that impressed me. But as I became an adult, I realized that physical strength was not the big deal anymore. Now I wanted to be like clever people. I want to be able to make wise and good decisions and be known for a sense of wisdom. Strength was overrated, and wisdom now came in. And then later on, as we get into our 40s and 50s, success becomes a big deal. And us men, we begin to compare with one another who's the most successful person around. But now, as I'm getting older, I tell you what I admire. I admire kindness. I'm blown away when I hear stories of kindness. I'm blown away when I hear great things about what kind people do. Kindness is a wonderful thing, because kindness gives people the benefit of the doubt. Kindness gives second chances. Kindness forgives easily. And kindness thinks the best and finds the best in other people. Somehow in our world, our minds have become kind of corrupted to looking for the negative things, and we judge people at their darkest hour, and we think that's all that they really are. They're not really like that. That's just a poor judgment. But when we show kindness, we're reflecting the very nature of God. Think of it from the parables that Jesus spoke about kindness, the Good Samaritan. And this is what defines the difference between sympathy and empathy. Sympathy is an academic assent to the fact that you have a problem. Empathy is kindness in action as you get down into the gutter with the person. And Jesus would say to you, don't just be sympathetic, acknowledging somebody's pain, but apply some kindness and turn sympathy into empathy by doing something kind. That's why I love this story. Probably one of my favorite Old Testament stories. The story of David and Mephibosheth. Here's this outcast young man living in the middle of the desert, a grandson to King Saul, who'd been an enemy of David. And David's sitting on his throne maybe one day, and he says to Ziba, his servant, hey Ziba, is there anybody of the household of Saul that we can show kindness to? And Ziba said, well, why would you want to do that? You the king. Well, there is this kid out there. And David says, go and find him and bring him. And he brings him before David. And this young man with his limp, he falls down in the presence of the king. He says, David, I'm just a dead dog. You may as well just kill me now. And David said, I don't want to do that. I want to show kindness to you and to the household of your grandfather Saul. Get up on your feet the best you can, and you're going to sit at my table at my right hand, and I'm going to restore to you all that your grandfather had. It's going to be yours again, and you are going to be a very powerful, wealthy man, all because of his kindness. David didn't have to do that. He could have been sympathetic and said, oh, I'm so sorry about that you're a cripple. But he didn't do that. He said, I'm going to show you kindness by doing something for you. That's what kindness does. Now, kindness is also a useful tool. Try this. Try this. Next time you're in conflict with somebody, your children, your husband, your wife, here's a general rule of war. If there's going to be war in the home, here's a general rule you need to apply. Say what you need to say, but say it in the kindest terms possible and wait for a different result. Very often the tone of our voices is so aggressive and negative and pessimistic, and it's the same old. It's like a jukebox, press the button, the same thing comes out. Try talking with kindness. Even over issues that could potentially be issues of conflict, that may be conflict for many times. Just speak with kindness to one another and watch what happens. I'm convinced you're going to have a different result. So apply that rule of war. Say what you want to say, but say it in the kindest terms possible. God loves kind people. God is attracted to humility. We said that just now. Now he's attracted to kindness because the two are one and the same. Have a great day, people. Let's be kind to one another and let's go save the world.